Most countries you visit have a special city, a place they call their capital. Think of London in England or Paris in France. These cities are the beating hearts of their nations. They are usually where the important decisions are made. The government sits here, in grand buildings, where laws are written, and the country's future is planned. It's where you'll often find the prime minister or president's home. A capital city is more than just a dot on a map. It's a symbol of the entire country, a center of power, history and culture all rolled into one bustling place. These capital cities are not chosen by chance. They often have a long history. Perhaps they were the home of ancient kings and queens, or maybe they were built in a perfect spot right in the middle of the country. A capital acts like a main hub. It's where ambassadors from other nations come to work, and it's where the biggest national museums and monuments are proudly displayed. When you think of a country, the image of its capital city often pops into your head first. It's the nation's main address, the place everyone agrees is the most important city of all. But what if a country decided not to have an official capital? It sounds rather unusual, doesn't it? It's like having a ship without a captain's bridge or a story without a main character. You might wonder how such a country would even work. Where would the government meet? Where would foreign visitors go to find the country's leaders? This very situation exists, and it tells a fascinating story about how a nation can choose to be different. It's a tale of compromise and a unique way of thinking about power and identity. This choice to go without a designated capital is incredibly rare. It challenges our very idea of what a country needs to function. It suggests that power doesn't have to be concentrated in one single, all-important place. Instead, it can be spread out, shared among different cities and regions. This idea is central to understanding one particularly interesting country in the heart of Europe. It's a nation famous for its mountains, chocolate, and watches, but it holds a political secret that makes it truly one of a kind. This country is Switzerland, a place that deliberately chose a different path. Switzerland is the country we're talking about, a nation nestled beautifully among the Alps. While many people might assume that Geneva or Zurich is its capital, they would be mistaken. The truth is, Switzerland does not have an official, legally declared capital city. This wasn't an accident or an oversight. It was a very deliberate decision made long ago. The Swiss people wanted to avoid making one city seem more important than any other. They believed that giving one place the title of capital could create jealousy and division among the different regions, known as cantons. The story goes back to 1848, a pivotal year for Switzerland. After a short civil war, the country established a new federal constitution, creating the modern Swiss state as we know it today. When it came time to choose a capital, the leaders faced a difficult problem. The country is made up of people who speak German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Each linguistic and cultural group was proud of its own main cities. Naming Zurich, a German-speaking powerhouse, as the capital might have upset the French-speaking citizens in Geneva. It was a recipe for disagreement. To keep the peace and ensure every part of the country felt equal, the Swiss made a clever compromise. They decided not to name a capital at all in their constitution. Instead, they simply needed to choose a place for the federal government to sit. They called this location the Bundesstadt, which translates to federal city. This might sound like a capital by another name, but the distinction is very important to the Swiss. It means the city is the seat of government, but it doesn't hold a higher status than any other city in the Confederation. This choice reflects the very nature of Switzerland itself. The country is built on the idea of federalism and decentralization. Power is not held at the top, but is shared among the 26 cantons and the local communities. Each canton has its own constitution, parliament, and government. By not having an official capital, the Swiss send a powerful message. The nation is a partnership of equals, not a country ruled from a single dominant center. It's a political structure as carefully balanced as one of their world-famous watches. So, if Switzerland has no official capital, where does the government actually do its work? The answer is Bern. In 1848, Bern was chosen as the federal city. It was a practical choice. It was geographically quite central, and it sat on the border between the French-speaking and German-speaking parts of the country. Acting as a linguistic bridge, Bern was seen as a neutral and modest option, not as economically powerful as Zurich or as internationally famous as Geneva. It was the perfect compromise candidate for a country that values compromise above all else. Today, if you were to visit Bern, you would certainly think it was a capital city. It has all the hallmarks of one. You can see the magnificent federal palace, where the Swiss parliament meets and the federal council governs the country. The building's dome stands tall over the city's beautiful medieval old town. Foreign embassies and government ministries are located throughout the city. For all practical purposes, Bern functions as the capital of Switzerland. It's where state visitors are welcomed and where the day-to-day business of running the country takes place. Life in Bern, however, feels quite different from life in other capital cities like London or Tokyo. It is remarkably quiet and relaxed. With a population of around 130,000, it doesn't have the frantic energy of a massive metropolis. People famously swim in the clean green waters of the Aire River that flows through the city. There is a sense of calm and order that pervades everything. The city is home to bears, its namesake animal, which live in a special park. Bern feels less like a seat of immense power and more like a charming, well-run town that just happens to host the government. This unique status as the federal city but not the capital is a source of quiet pride. Other cities have important roles too. For example, Lausanne is home to the Federal Supreme Court, making it the judicial center. Zurich is the undisputed financial and economic hub, while Geneva is the international heart, hosting numerous global organizations like the United Nations and the Red Cross. This distribution of key functions across the country is a living example of Switzerland's decentralized system. Bern does its job quietly, without needing a grand title. The Swiss approach to their capital city is truly unique and offers a fascinating lesson in nation building. By refusing to elevate one city above all others, Switzerland has managed to maintain a remarkable sense of national unity in a country with incredible diversity. The decision made in 1848 was not just about choosing a location for a parliament, it was about defining the character of the nation. It was a statement that unity does not come from having a single center of power, but from a balance of many different parts working together in harmony. This concept teaches us that symbols matter. For the Swiss, the absence of an official capital is as powerful a symbol as the presence of one is for other countries. It constantly reminds the citizens and their leaders that Switzerland is a confederation of equals. This idea filters down into daily life, where local identity is incredibly strong. People often consider themselves citizens of their canton first, Genevan, Bernese, or Tysonese, and Swiss second. Yet this strong local pride doesn't weaken the country. It strengthens it by building a foundation of mutual respect. In a world where many countries struggle with regional conflicts and divisions, the Swiss model provides a thought-provoking alternative. It shows that it is possible to build a strong, stable, and prosperous nation by embracing decentralization. The lesson is that sharing power rather than concentrating it can be a source of great strength. It fosters a culture of compromise and dialogue, which are essential for navigating the complex challenges of a diverse society. The Swiss don't just talk about equality, they have built it into the very geography of their government. Ultimately, Switzerland's story is a quiet rebellion against the traditional idea of a nation-state. It proves that there is more than one way to be a country. Its success comes not from a grand capital city commanding the nation, but from the collective will of its people to cooperate. The country without a capital is perhaps one of the most united of all, a puzzle of different cultures, languages, and traditions that fit together perfectly. And it does all this from the lovely, unassuming federal city of Bern, the most humble capital that never was.